Good morning from Banff in Canada. We're back after 6 years on yet another adventure. Where are we going this time, Dad?
We're going through the Rocky Mountains on the Rocky Mountaineer train over to Vancouver and then picking up a cruise boat and going up through Alaska.
It's going to be a really superb trip. We're stood in the middle of the road on this reservation at the moment, but we thought it was worth it for this incredible shot. Banff is a beautiful town. We're staying in a lovely hotel. But before we tell you about that, and we're going up in a gondola today, I should really start with the flight, because most flights can be quite boring, a long-haul flight, but this time, looking out of the window, we just saw huge expanses of snow and ice flows going over Iceland and Greenland, and then over those territories as you come into mainland Canada. Absolutely incredible, wasn't it?
Oh, it certainly was. Yeah, looking down and these little squares of ice, but they're probably icebergs.
Yeah, and we met an incredible guy on the plane, a guy called Gaurav, this guy who was travelling from the Punjab to study in Canada and hopefully to stay in Canada. And he was sharing his photos with us. We had a few drinks with him. He was interesting on the flight, wasn't he?
He kept us alive, yes, that was good.
So far on this trip, we've had a really good one. We flew into Calgary yesterday, a bit jet lagged as we left the airport.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a really flat landscape there, isn't it?
Well, it's prairie land, isn't it? You know, it's through all the Wild West cowboys. Calgary is known for its stampede, I believe, which is where they round up all the cattle and do the rodeos, etc.
Yeah, once upon a time, and they still do stuff like that.
They still
now.
do rodeos, yeah.
But we were on this bus coming from Calgary Airport towards Banff, and it's amazing how you go from those flat plains, then suddenly the Rockies kind of rise out of the landscape. And now we're here. Let me just do a little turn round as we're in the middle of the road. Literally, we are nestled, and we're in all these mountains. We're going up in a gondola today, not brilliantly equipped for it. Dad's got a better coat than I have. It's going to be a bit chilly, I reckon.
I've got a scarf as well.
Yeah, but what a shot, what a town, and we're back on another adventure. We'll take you with us.
Whoa, dear. Whoa. I'm not sure if this is nice.
Oh, that is a stunning view.
No, put it back inside. You're worrying your dad.
So this is the Banff Gondola. We are, I reckon, about the 6th gondola up the mountain. It's only just opened.
Our gondola is number 6.
Our gondola is number 6. And the views, well, I'll cut to the views. Amazing. This is it. Our first ascent into the Rockies, into the snow. That's why I've got extra layers on. I'm woefully equipped.
But when we get to the top, I understand I can get a cup of coffee.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
And hopefully a darkened room to go and lay down.
I might have something in my bag from the plane that'll be a bit better than a cup of coffee, Dad. Maybe not as warm, but we'll see when we get there.
Oh, well, say no more.
Look, there's people here, look.
There are people skiing up here at the moment.
There's a quick neck
Oh,
photograph.
Dad, I'm just looking at these beautiful mountains. So we're hoping to pop into this huge hotel later. This is the Fairmont Springs Hotel, very famous hotel here in Banff and in the Rockies. So yeah, we'll be exploring that. But right now, we're all the way back here, enjoying this spectacular view, and it's getting snowier and snowier with every foot we ascend. We're traveling 3,000 feet up.
Is it? No, it's a white fox.
Well, that's not a bad view, is it? Here we are. We've come up the gondola. We're in Banff.
Yeah.
And the Rockies.
I've got my binoculars for things like this.
Are there to be seen just before we board the train tomorrow and wind our way through them. We won't get this vantage point, of course, from the train, so we had to do this. But it is, I mean, it's snowing up here at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
What can you see through your binoculars?
I've just seen a polar bear at the top of that mountain, I think.
No, polar
probably
bears
wasn't a polar bear.
Let's see some normal bears.
No.
Black bears,
and
maybe an eagle or two.
That looks like a bit of flat snow over there. I don't know. Ooh,
I think that's an icy lake.
That's a lake, isn't it?
That's an icy lake, isn't it? I guess it's the advantage of coming early. You get a gondola to yourself. You even get a fire pit to yourself when you get up here, Daddy.
Yep, fire pit. Keep you warm.
It's not that cold. It is snowing up here.
No, the snow's coming down, but it melts over the flames.
So there's this boardwalk that goes up to that summit. Apparently it's about 40 minutes each way. We're going to do a little bit of it, see how you go.
Yep.
But I'll go as far as you want to go.
See if the old man can make it.
That's it. Well, it's hard to put the camera away, to be honest, because this boardwalk, I mean, how are you finding it, Dad? You all right?
I'm all right at the moment.
It's just
I could have a sit
beautiful.
down, maybe.
Can you see this beautiful timber boardwalk that gently ascends through the through the mountain here to take us to the summit?
Yeah.
It's just stunning.
And the fir
Absolutely
trees
stunning.
covered in snow.
It's just like a real winter wonderland. I mean, I've been to ski resorts plenty of times, but the scale of this place, and it's so well put together, it's so well done. But yeah,
And we have all these fir trees all around us.
there's like a visitor centre at the top of the gondola.
It's like the thing out
We're
of
about
James
8,000
Bond.
feet up here. You what, Dad?
It's like the thing out of James Bond, the visitor centre.
Like the thing out of James Bond, with these incredible views. So I've just contacted my wife Sam on WhatsApp, and she said, "Dare you to yodel?" So Dad, give it your best shout.
Now you go
One
next.
more try, Dad. Out
No,
to the
no, you
mountains.
go. Yeah, it's thin enough. The breath. That's more of a baritone.
Go on, you go for it one more time. Well, if that hasn't summoned the Elks, I don't know what will. Oh gosh, this is gorgeous. But yes, there we go. We've yodeled in
Look
the
at that all
Rockies.
the way down that valley.
It's just,
And that's, you know, that's the river valley, isn't it? That goes through there.
yeah. We're going to see it from the bottom over the next couple of days. So, Dad, we're nearly at Canada's, or what was Canada's most important cosmic ray station. Do you know what that's all about?
Cosmic rays, Nick, it must be.
Yeah. Do you know what they are?
They're explosions from the sun.
They're energized particles of light traveling close to the speed of light after being accelerated by our sun.
Yeah, well, I told you that, didn't I? You just put a few more words in.
We've made it to the very top.
You don't want me to put on my badge, do you?
Well, your Rocky Mountaineer badge,
Yes.
not till tomorrow, Dad.
Oh,
Whoa, look at that. So that over there is literally an
that's a lake, isn't it?
icy lake.
Hmm.
Gosh, you could easily slide down here, couldn't you?
Exactly.
This is very, very slippery.
Get hold of the wire.
I got my mitten.
Oh, hello.
yeah. There we go. Right, come on then, Dad. Let's find a spot.
Where? What? Back down?
Well, I don't know. We can go here if you like.
No, I prefer to go back down because this is slippy. And I could end up on my batty.
Right. Okay. Nice and gentle on this bit.
Yep.
Sugar. Cheers.
Cheers,
This is
Nick.
a little bit of our from our altitude cellar
Yeah.
that we picked up on Air Canada yesterday, but I thought it'd be rude not to save one of these little bottles and enjoy it up here, seeing as it's mid-afternoon in the UK, late afternoon in fact.
Yes, but it's just after breakfast where we are.
Yes, this is true.
So
But anyway,
we're on holiday.
we're on tour. Cheers.
Cheers. All the best, Nick.
Here we are at 8,000 feet. Well, we're joined by this sparkly mirrored bear. We're top of the observation deck. We've just done this incredible walk up here, and now we're just exploring this before we head back down the mountain and explore more of Banff. Well, we've just been up to this place here, which is the Fairmont Springs Hotel here in Banff. And we've wandered down to the Bow River. So it's 8 in the morning and we're finally here. This is the Rocky Mountaineer.
Day 2.
We checked out of our hotel last night, had a nice little beer last night to say goodbye to Banff. And in about 10 minutes, this ginormous train. Have you ever seen a train this big, Dad?
No, but I don't travel on a lot of trains.
Well, this one's a very special one. We're going to get spoilt rotten on this thing. Lots of booze, lots of food, lots of incredible epic scenery. And yeah, I think we pull away in a matter of minutes. We better get on board and find our seat, right?
And we're so thrilled to have you with us on our fabulous 2-day journey as we make our way towards that final destination of Vancouver, that lovely coastal city that most of your crew here calls home. You're going to get a chance to meet a couple of them in a moment. My name is James, and myself and my 2 teammates will be with you for the entirety of these 2 days. So we're going to get to know you really well. And rest not, I know you're probably, or worry not, we're going to be coming around with that coffee in just a few moments, okay?
So we've just pulled out of Banff. We're on our way to Lake Louise, and we've already been served our first coffee. What would you reckon so far, Dad?
Well, it's very smooth, it's very nice, very efficient, and the staff are very friendly and very comical.
They're brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like a comedy act, isn't it? They're really...
And I've just ordered up my scrambled egg and smoked salmon for
I've
breakfast.
got some French toast coming. Sounds amazing. The food throughout the day looks great. You'll be able to see the pound a day gained with every day of this trip, so it's going to be good. There's the staff serving at the moment. It gives you an idea of the size of this carriage. But obviously what we're really here for are those incredible views out of the window. And they're stunning.
But of course, we don't go up the mountain in this thing.
Here we go, we're off. Worst places to have your breakfast.
Well, we've just had the most superb lunch you could think about on the train.
Nice little bit of beef, wasn't it?
Nice little bit of slow-cooked beef.
I think it said it was ribs, but it didn't have a bone in it, did it?
It was ribs, and the starter was a nice salad followed by a lemon tart thing.
And it came with a pint of wine, which was quite nice.
Nice amount of red wine.
And then a Bailey's coffee.
Well, Nick had a Bailey's coffee, I had a coffee and a Bailey's.
So, but nothing too bad. We're just literally
and this
ploughing
train,
our way
it
through.
goes, I would say probably 30 miles an hour, and it's very smooth, very, very comfortable.
Through icy lakes and snow-capped
And I would
mountains
certainly
and
recommend this
fir trees.
trip. We saw a bear, yes.
We did see a bear.
We saw a black bear. We saw some moose,
With a
but we
brown
did see
nose, a black bear with a brown nose sniffing the air.
Yeah, and he wasn't planted. I thought he might have been,
Animatronic.
left there as a stuffed bear, but it was a real one.
Yeah.
And
it's very, very, very nice, isn't
the
it?
staff on the train, they're
Superb.
They're like a comedy act. They are absolutely so funny.
Yeah, they've got some good stories.
It's really good.
Got another Bob Ross on the right here, Dad.
Yeah? What's a Bob Ross?
The painter.
Oh,
Wasn't that his name?
Well, yes, but no one will know who Bob Ross is. He's that chap that paints out a picture on television in half an hour.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's one of his paintings. We'll show you.
Yeah.
Today. Oh, great. Fabulous. And he found his phone. Round of applause for the guy. Okay. We will call off the army of people who are searching every nook and cranny that he has touched in the last 24 hours. Welcome back to the world-famous Rocky Mountaineer. We're so thrilled to have you back with us as we make our way towards our final destination of the beautiful coastal city of Vancouver.
Hello! So it's day 2 aboard the Rocky Mountaineer. We've stayed in Kamloops last night. What did you think of Kamloops, Dad?
Very industrial town. It wasn't one that you would visit and think this is a beautiful town.
Yeah, but still very comfortable hotel.
Oh, lovely hotel.
We did walk out last night. We couldn't really see anything going on, so we decided to just head back to the hotel. But this morning, at 7:10 a.m, we were picked up by the coaches, back on the train. We've already had a muffin and a cup of tea and a coffee, and they're just preparing our breakfast.
Yeah.
But we had to come out into this area. It's called the vestibule, isn't it?
Yeah, the vestibule. There's this outside here, you see. I can put my hand out, but it is quite cold. It's quite cold.
It's a little bit nippy,
Yeah.
but
And look, if I poke my head out,
it's beautiful.
my hair will be blowing.
Yeah. So anyway, you're joining us on day 2. We're going to Vancouver, then it's on the ship and up to Alaska. Well, we're just rolling into Vancouver after what's been how many miles done on this train?
Well, about 600 miles, and it's taken 2 days during the days type business, but it only travels at about 30 miles an hour. It's
Sometimes 40, sometimes 20, and they've just served the last drinks.
Yes, cheers.
Which is very pleasant.
And a lot of times we're type of stationary because we're waiting for goods trains to go past, or we've got to give way to them or something. But
It's a really relaxed, a fantastic journey. Would you recommend it?
oh, definitely.
It's been incredible.
It's nothing to do for 2 days except for sit, eat, drink, and be entertained by the crew on board, because they are very, very good.
And we were worried that the scenery would be samey, that it could get boring looking at the same mountain range. But it changes. We've been through rain, we've been through cloud, we've been through brilliant sunshine as we've got now as we roll into Vancouver.
Yeah, well,
and the scenery's been so different, hasn't it?
The scenery as we've come along has been gobsmacking, really. You know,
It's been really incredible.
yesterday it was all snowy chip mountains, etc., and today it's all been lovely rivers and
Wild rivers, lakes.
exactly
Yeah, it's
everything.
been incredible. And so Silverleaf Service, definitely recommend this. I don't know, the experience on this train is brilliant. People have stood up now chatting to each other, passengers that perhaps haven't even met each other before. The drinks are flowing, the food is great, and it's been really good fun.
The price of the upgrade to gold class is so much it's never worth it.
And we've seen those carriages, and they just haven't got the same vibe, that same experience that we've
Friendliness.
seen here.
This is very friendly. These people.
There's a lot
Mind
more
you,
fun.
we have a lot of Australians aboard, and they're out for a good time. No two ways about it. And no, it's great. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah. On to the next one now, though.
We board the ship tomorrow, so we'll see you there. Signing
Will
off
do.
from the Rocky Mountaineer. Welcome to Vancouver, and good morning from Stanley Park, where we're just by these totem poles. Vancouver, what do you reckon so far, Dad?
Well, it's a very modern city. It's lots of building going on, lots of great big tall skyscrapers, but I think they're mainly apartments, not offices.
And I'm not surprised. I can't see why you wouldn't want to live here. You've got skiing in the mountains, you've got the sea on your doorstep, huge park spaces like this, you've got a beach.
Yeah.
It's an amazing city. So anyway, we're boarding the cruise ship in a couple of hours, so we thought we'd have a quick wander around Stanley Park, and well, we'll show you what we find. So we're looking at Vancouver right on the waterfront, and there is the ship we'll be boarding in, well, a couple of hours. That is the Ruby Princess. Black squirrel. What is he doing? He's really funny. it's been a couple of days since we've done a proper update, and we're not on a cruise ship at the moment. I'll tell you about that in a minute, but let's start with Vancouver. We love Vancouver, beautiful city, had a lovely meal out in the evening, and then the next day we had a sail away party, an incredible sunshine, didn't we, Dad? And it was full of atmosphere.
The weather's been very, very strange. It's been sun shining all the time.
Yeah, and the truth is, we're not really equipped for it. We've all got jumpers and, you know, jeans, but it is warm. It is warm and it is
very
sunny.
warm.
But I'm going to cut to the chase. We've arrived in Juneau, which is the capital of Alaska, our first port of call, and it was $90 for the tour bus from the port, not even booked through the ship, to go to the Mendenhall Glacier, the most visited glacier on the planet.
Yep.
It's apparently beautiful and something you should see, right? However, I found a taxi driver and I spoke to him and he said, oh, you don't need that. He said, look, $45 each way, I'll take you and your dad.
Yep.
You know, you'll pay two for the price of one. The only catch is, I'm gonna drop you on a hiking trail that's about a half-hour walk to the glacier. And the other catch is, this is a forest very, very well known for its black bears. We don't have bear spray.
No.
We've got a selfie stick.
Yep.
And it is a really...
No.
I don't know if I can show you these woods. I mean, like, literally, they're dense woodland, both sides of us. And all he said is, just keep talking.
Yes.
Just keep talking.
Which we are doing.
Millions of visitors every year. No one ever gets hurt. But the truth is, no other buggers on this trail.
No.
This isn't where the visitors
But
come.
fortunately, this is our first time in America. So we brought our passports
Dad's first
with us.
time. Got your passports.
So if he does get us, Mr. Black Bear,
don't even.
there we are to find
I'm
out
just
who we are.
really worried. I'm really uncomfortable with all these kind of like fallen trees.
Yeah.
I mean, they were in hibernation until about a month ago, the taxi driver was telling us.
I was on the top floor of the library using the facilities while
Yeah.
you negotiated this.
Well, I won't need any facilities if Mr. Black Bear pops out the woods, I can tell you
So
that
there's
much.
only going to be one person to blame for this trip, Nick.
Well, it's the grizzlies as well,
Yeah.
they're here. I don't want to see any of that.
No, there's no grizzlies.
He said we're mainly black bears.
Oh.
Mainly black bears. So yeah, let's just keep up the volume, keep on walking, and I'm going to stop talking now because we've made a really long film, probably because it's
scared.
making me feel better. See you soon, hopefully.
Well, here we are. We finally made it through the woods.
Through the bear-infested woods. We didn't see any bears,
Didn't
fortunately.
see any bears,
It was a bit
but-
scary though, Dad, wasn't it?
No, we met a couple and they also said that the bears are up the tree. So we're looking left and right and up the tree. But
Yeah,
we made it
It was
through.
incredibly scary. But look, we're here. We're at the Mendenhall Glacier.
There it is, yes.
And what do you think of it, Dad?
I'm not over impressed, to be honest, but I'm not a glacier expert. But this is the most visited one in the world, I believe.
It's the most visited one in the world. It's about 13 miles long and it's retreating all the time. It's disappearing as temperatures increase in the area. It's
And
going to
there's-
go, Dad.
There's two icebergs out in the bay here.
Dad was more interested in the iceberg.
No, I'm not.
You can see
No,
it there.
I'm not.
You
I've
said
seen
when we were in
this.
the UK, I want to see an iceberg. You
Yeah.
wanted to see a polar bear.
And I've been told we will see lots of icebergs.
We're not going to see any polar bears, that's for sure. But there is an iceberg.
You'd be surprised.
I'm impressed by the glacier.
I'm very glad you're on it. And my bunion has played up slightly walking here.
Oh, he's not mentioned the bunion yet. That's a.
You'll get there.
It's been at least 2 minutes.
You'll get there.
Well, Dad's abandoned the tour due to his bunion. So now I'm solo on the bear trail. It's going to be good. Well, it's a shame I had to leave Dad behind for this one, but I'm right at the foot of Nugget Falls. You couldn't get much closer. And the power is ridiculous. I know we've been to Victoria Falls and I know it was bigger, but this, You can almost reach out and touch it. Absolutely awesome. And then over this side, these incredible mountains. You can't see the glacier from here, but still, wow. The spray coming off that on a day like this is lovely. Really nice. Well, we left Juneau last night in beautiful weather. I mean, the views, the blue skies were just stunning as we left that place. Well, actually, we left in the evening, but it was beautiful as we got back on board. And today we're in Skagway, which is this incredible gold rush frontier town. Dad, tell us a bit more about it.
Well, it's apparently it was an Indian village seasonally, and then when the old Klondike gold rush came along, this is the way that they came into it, and then the town naturally developed from there.
And it's exactly as you would imagine. It's these kind of shutter-fronted houses, everything you'd imagine, the general stores. But of course, it's mega touristified now, isn't it? Yeah. So shuttle buses going backwards and forwards. How many thousand visitors today?
Exactly.
In a town with a population of probably 1,200, something like that. So it's been wonderful wandering about, though.
Yeah, the gold rush went all the way up into these mountains here, and we're going to get on the train in a minute and follow that very line. So we get ready for the photographs.
Well, we're at the summit of this incredible railway journey. We're 3,000 feet up, nearly 1,000 metres, surrounded in metres of snow. And well, we ummed and ahed about doing this trip because it's not the cheapest excursion off the cruise ship. But Dad, what do you reckon?
Absolutely wonderful. The scenery is unbelievable. You put your hand out, you can get a handful of snow if you want to.
I mean, the Rocky Mountaineer was amazing, but here you've got altitude. You're on the top of the mountain, you're looking into the valleys, over these dramatic bridges, down into the waterfalls, into the rushing rivers. I'm just absolutely blown away by this.
It is, it's unbelievable. And the bridges, there is one that has fallen apart, so they had to put another one in.
That worried me for a minute as we were coming towards that bridge, and I was like, the track's fallen away. I guess that's the standing joke on this railway, but I didn't know it was coming.
No, we didn't.
And now we're going back down, so more to come. Amazing.
Absolutely wonderful.
So that's the view from the top of the mountain down into Skagway, where we're heading. As you can see, beautiful clear views today. And that's where our cruise ship is waiting for us. Well, good morning from Ketchikan, our final stop in Alaska on this cruise. And well, it's a bit rainy today. We've been really lucky with the weather throughout the whole of this trip, but this is the rainiest region in the United States of America. So we had to expect some rain at some point. And what's this place also famous for, Dad?
Prostitution.
Prostitution and salmon.
Prostitution and salmon. There's a sign down the way there that says the salmon and the fishermen swim upriver to spawn.
To spawn.
To spawn.
Yeah, well, this is it.
Outside Dolly the prostitute's house.
So all of these houses, there's a timber boardwalk that connects all of these houses in Creek Street. Now they're converted to galleries and coffee shops and souvenir shops. But yeah, they were all brothels once upon a time, each with their own prostitute offering her unique services.
Yes.
The other thing that's cool about this place is it's the salmon capital of the world.
So they say.
And they're known for, we're going to test your knowledge now, they're known for 5 very special types of salmon here. Do you remember you use your hand to...
Yes, there's 5, and they're like the names of fingers on your hands.
So thumb chum, the chum salmon.
Yeah, right.
This finger was...
No idea, pointy.
Sockeye.
Sockeye.
Then you had the king, the middle finger.
Yeah.
And then this one, the ring finger was...
Silver.
Silver. And then last of all...
Pinky.
The pink salmon. So those are the 5 types of salmon here.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, they're all on your hands. Well, I think that's a modern way of remembering
Prohibition here, you know, not that this is an illegal place, but they used to come here because you could get illicit booze, illicit sex, and illicit anything else.
And 5 different types of salmon.
And
this is our last stop. We're back in Vancouver.
I honestly don't think they came for the salmon.
Well, maybe not. Well, maybe they came to fish for the salmon, then enjoyed the treats of the town.
Yeah, the fishermen came here after.
Yes, yeah. All right. Let's yeah, I know what you're saying. So yeah, yesterday, just going back very briefly, we had we went to Endicott Arm and what was meant to be glacial cruising, but we didn't quite get there, did we?
The ship didn't actually get to the glacier, which was a big disappointment.
But you saw your icebergs.
We saw some small icebergs.
Yeah.
Yes. But no, it was very nice going up through the Alaskan equivalent of the fjords.
It was beautiful, stunning.
And it was very good scenery.
And we had the weather yesterday, thank goodness.
But we got all the way up this little place, and just round the corner was this glacier, and he didn't go up in the boat. No. Too much. No, it wasn't bad weather. It was the icebergs, It was
right?
brilliant sunshine.
It was the Titanic factor, the brilliant sunshine, but the ice floating in the water meant they couldn't go any further. Anyway, so we got one more sea day, then we arrived back in Vancouver.
Right, can I go down to Dolly's house now and see if there's any business going on?
I think you might be able to get a coffee at Dolly's house and nothing more, thank goodness.
$10 for the tour, they say.
So this concludes our trip to Alaska and Canada. We're still in Alaska. Well, I'm not sure actually. We're coming into Vancouver.
We're into Vancouver. I think we're in Canada now.
We're in Canada. Yeah, my hair's been blown around by the sea. We've had a great trip though, haven't we?
We certainly have, yes.
What's been your favourite bit?
I think really the trip up into the White Gap Mountain, the Yukon Trail.
The mountain pass, the Yukon Trail. That was amazing. Something we weren't expecting.
No.
We after the Rocky Mountaineer, we really ummed and ahed whether there was any value in us going on another train ride, but my God, it was.
And of course, we had the perfect weather for it. Beautiful blue skies. You could have gone up there on a misty day like today and not seen a damn thing. So we were very lucky there.
I loved the cable car in Banff. That was a real highlight for me. I think the Rocky Mountaineer was, of course, incredible, and also just the dining with random people. I've really enjoyed our time on this ship. I found it really comfortable. I've enjoyed the drinks package.
We always do random dining, don't we? And,
we do, but we've met some really interesting people this time. It's been great. Yeah, so I don't think there's much else to say other than we've had a great trip. You've obviously seen it as we've gone. Nothing else to film tonight. We're just going to go and start having a few drinks again and then going off to dinner. So I guess this is, Tinker Nick from a selfie stick, with a selfie stick, signing off aboard the Ruby Princess on what has been another amazing adventure.
Arrivederci.